Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. At Infinity, we believe that the business which we do has three stakeholders. One is, of course, the shareholder and the employees. That's the shareholder part, stakeholder. The other is the environment, and the third is the society. So basically we try to proportion that all three are taken care of. So of course we aspire to make money so that we can satisfy our shareholders and the employees. And as a company, we believe that environment is much more necessary. We must look after the environment. So we have taken a kind of a place that whatever building we make, because we are in the business of creating IT infrastructure, residences and other townships. So it's a kind of our place that whatever buildings we will make, those all will be green. So we made the first IT platinum rated green building in India, which is called Benchmark, and that is the 7th building in the world, rated in the world as a platinum rated green building by US Green Council, and second outside US. So that's the way we try to look after the environment, and we do other things also to whatever we can do for the environment. As far as the society is concerned, we think that whatever you do for the society is not a charity. We don't consider this as a charity. For us, it is a responsibility. And this responsibility comes, by thinking that if we are all here, if you see and if you watch since the beginning, we have been product of charity. We have been getting all kind of help from the society, from the system, from the government, and since the birth, when we were born, there were battery of people ready to help us. Battery of people when we went to school, battery of people we went to colleges, and anything for that reason. So many people has come across and helped us. And of course, if you look at all the inventions, all the things which our predecessors has done, and we are reaping the benefit of that. So if you go through this process and try to see that how much help has come our way, and then if we compare ourselves, then you find a sense of gratitude. And with that gratitude, there comes a sense of responsibility. So, to sum it up, what I am trying to say, that whatever we do for the society or for social cause, it is our responsibility. And if I personally look at my balance sheet and see that how much I have got from the society and how much I have given to the society, I feel very small that I have done nothing compared to what I have got. 5 years back, I met a lady in Thai conference in San Francisco, and she started talking about this organization called Akshapatra, and at that time she said that Akshapatra is feeding 700,000 children a day. And at that time I think it was 5,000 school or something, it's 5 years back. And I couldn't believe that yes, one organization in India can feed 700,000 children per day, Because I have tried to feed children or, hungry people in the past, and even to feed 100 people, it used to be a mammoth job for me. So I thought that this is an organization I must visit, must see what they are doing. And I came here next week after that to Bangalore and met the vice chairman of the institution, Mr. C.P. Prabhu. You must be knowing about him, or you'll meet him tomorrow. And he gave me a presentation about what Akshapatra does and how they feed the children and how efficient is their organization and how everything is moved. As a businessman, I found that it's an organization which is doing a great job, and very efficiently it is running the show. And when I calculated the whole thing, that how much money they are spending, how much the child is, the spend on the meal, what is the cost and everything, I was, absolutely aghast to see that there's a huge multiplier. I call it is a multiplier. And as a businessman, you always see what money you put and what you get, So here also, when you are giving money for any cause, you want to see that how your money is working. I'll share with you how I think about Akshaya Patra's multiplier. If you give 1 rupees to Akshaya Patra, almost a matching grant of 1 rupees comes from the government. So as a donor, if you give 1, the beneficiary gets 2. And that government grant can only come once you have that 1 rupees, otherwise you can't feed the child. So 1 rupees brings the another 1 rupees. And it doesn't stop there. You bring another 1 rupees by efficiency and economy of scale. Because their operations are efficient, they are all ISO 9000, they have economy of scale, they have all technology-driven kitchen and absolutely state-of-art equipments. So they save that 1 rupee extra on the meal. If you and I go and get that meal produced in our kitchen, the meal will cost around 10 rupees. Whereas at Akshaya Patra, it's costing around 6 and 6.5 rupees. So that 1/3 of that saving is also a kind of a multiplier to your money. It's a value addition. So if you give 1 rupees, the child gets 3 rupees, basically. As I said that the meal cost generally is 10 rupees, out of which 1/3 is the efficiency, 1/3 is the government money, and 1/3 comes from the donor. So your 1 becomes 3. Whereas in India, it is historical fact, and if you see all the government publications where the Planning Commission says that if the government spends 100 rupees, the beneficiary gets 30 rupees. 70 rupees is gone into inefficiency, transmission and other things. So with the government, if government spends 100, the beneficiary gets 30, whereas here, if you give 30, the beneficiary gets 100. So it's a multiplier of, 10, if not more. It doesn't stop there, it is at the money level. That okay, vis-a-vis government, instead of becoming 30%, it becomes 300%. If you look at the cause, as Mr. Sridhar was saying, that how a meal can change the life. Here also if you see, first of all, Akshaya Patra feeds the most deserving candidate. And why I call most deserving candidate, that if somebody is hungry, if he or she is adult, it is, I believe, it is his or her fault that they are hungry. They are not working, they are not doing their job, So, if a child is hungry, if he or she is born poor, it is not his or her fault, and they are unable to do anything at that age. So, I feel the child is the most deserving candidate to feed the hungry. So, first you are feeding the most deserving candidate. Then, because you are feeding, now the multiplier starts. Because you are feeding, the child comes to school. Because you are feeding the child at school. So your feeding brings the child to school. And because all these government schools are free, the child can, get education free. So your food brings the child to the school. He or she gets the education, that's one part. And the other part there connected is that if the child doesn't come to school, what does he or she do? So they either become a social problem or they do the menial job. So you are also taking out the child for becoming a terror or some antisocial. And then you bring the child to school, and the school then gives the full education. And once they get education, another multiplier comes, is that he or she gets gainfully employed. And once they get gainfully employed, they are capable of taking out at least 4 people of their family out of the poverty cycle. So you break the poverty cycle, It's a nation building exercise. So if you look at the whole multiplier, and as a businessman, when I think about it, I feel my 1 rupee is working for 10 rupees at the money level, vis-a-vis the government, and only at the Akshaya Patra level 1 rupees is working at 3 rupees, and then that 3 rupees is also have lot of multipliers. So it's an amazing program. So I decided to join them, and on my humble way, whatever I can do for the organization, I try and do that. When I joined it, we were at 700,000 children. Now, as Sridhar said, it is 1.3 million children. So I am very, very happy that I am part of the organization, and God has given me the opportunity to do my bit as far as the organization is concerned. So, as far as the Akshaya Patra is concerned, we thought that this is not only feeding, this is not only educating, this is breaking the poverty cycle. And then, in line with this, we thought that we should not stop at the level of school feed program. We should go beyond that, because after the school, the child also needs to do higher studies. And we should do something about high studies of the children also. So this year, as Infinity CSR initiative, we started an initiative called Anand, where we are giving scholarship to meritorious students for the higher education. This year we have given to 250 children, but our idea is to really scale it up, go to 100,000 children, maybe million children in time to come, and that is where we need your help and support as a social media, because we know what social media can do, what miracles you can create. So the idea there is that where Akshaya Patra stops, Anant starts. And we can start giving scholarship to all, and when I say all, means all Akshaya Patra scholars who comes out of their class 10, and then after that Anand takes over and gives them whoever required to full support for their higher education. You will hear more about the Anand in the session, and there I'll share some of the people I met during the interview of choosing the Anand scholars. One of the boys came with his father, and I was talking to him, and I asked him what you do. So this gentleman tells me I am a bus conductor. I said, okay, how much money you make? So I get 7% of the revenue every day. So I said, okay, how much it works out to? So he said around 100 rupees to 130 rupees a day I make. I said, okay, what's your duty hours? He said, I go at 6 o'clock and I come back at 10 o'clock in the night. Bus conductor doing duty for 16 hours a day makes 100 rupees to 130 rupees a day. And I said, okay, if you go at 6 o'clock, come back at 10 o'clock, what about your meal and this and that? He said, sir, I have to take meal outside in the restaurant, and it cost me around 30 rupees a day. That means if he earns 100 rupees, 30 rupees goes for his meal. So he only takes home 70 rupees. And naturally he works for 25 days or whatever, so he makes around 2,000 rupees a month. Now he has 3 children, and he wants all 3 of them get educated. And this boy who came was a brilliant boy, 80% plus marks, and he needs help. And in India, as you know, that small money can, help a lot. Again, there are many government colleges which are free or almost free. So they need a support of around 10,000 to 15,000 rupees a year. And if you give them the support for 3-4 years time, say 50,000 to 70,000-80,000 rupees per child, you can change their life. As Sridhar was saying, that this guy from the school, and then he got 28,000 rupees job. Now, if we can support these children and help them in getting their higher education, and then help them in getting gainfully employed. Our idea is that we go to all IT companies of India and then world, and inspire them to help these children, so that these people can help these children, and then these children can be employed by these IT companies who have sponsored them. And also, all the IT professionals. In India itself, we have 2.5 million IT professionals. If we can reach to all the IT professionals and tell them to sponsor one boy or one girl, So if each can sponsor one boy or one girl, which is 10 to 15,000 rupees a year, which is not a big money for anybody, you can see that at least 2.5 million children can be helped by only helping one-to-one IT professional. So it's a program which has a potential of a great scalability, and there where the social media comes into the play. That how to scale the program, how to reach the masses, and maybe, God willing, we can reach million children, like we have reached 1.3 million children in Akshapatra, and our idea is to go to 5 million children. And I am sure the day we reach to 5 million children, where the target is of course 2020, we may reach much earlier. And I am more than sure the day we will reach 5 million children, there will be not a single child in India who will go hungry, because there will be other NGOs, other programs which will catch up, and then everybody will get free food as far as the school going children are concerned. So if that happens, then even if we can reach by your help and assistance to the IT professionals and other NGOs and other foundations, and we can get help for 2 million or 3 million college going children, then that day also we will find that by 7 years time, other NGOs have also caught up, and there is not a single child is deprived of higher education because of money. So this is what I wanted to share with you, that what we think, what is our vision. We need your help and support to really reach there and scale the program. Thank you very much for joining us and giving me the opportunity to share the thoughts with you. Thank you very much.